Well, in case anyone hasn't noticed, this very contentious healthcare debate, or rather non-debate, which is going on now, is basically clouding out every other issue that we should be talking about. For one thing, we have a massive military buildup of U.S. forces in Latin America, in Colombia to be exact. That's not really in the mainstream news, is it? So in essence, we are supporting a basically right-wing dictatorship in that country. People are, totally oblivious to it, of course. And not to mention Honduras. I mean, that's not even on the radar scale. Honduras is part of that bigger picture, and Obama has stayed conspicuously silent regarding that issue, I might add. Another thing that came out was that, and I bet you haven't heard about this, another thing that came out is that Iran is actually conceding to UN inspectors in order to inspect their nuclear facilities of the almost finished nuclear reactor, and including another site in their country which is producing fissionable material. Totally off the radar screen here in America. Google News will tell you that the big issue of yesterday was this supposedly convicted person in the UK who brought down the that plane over Lockerbie, a terrorist act, blowing up a civilian airliner, and now he's being released into Libyan custody, I suppose, while he's dying of cancer. All of this is it receives very cursory attention in our U.S. media because this case against this particular person, and I can't pronounce his name, was never clear-cut. There are so many questions involving this case, including suppressed evidence in UK courts, that never get mentioned in the mainstream. So the case is not by any means clear-cut. But the U.S. media would like you to believe that. And essentially the BBC is on board with that as well, as soon as intelligence agencies become involved with anything, we should probably question quite a few things, but, you won't hear it while it's going on. I'm not making excuses for people who blow up other innocent people. I don't think that's the right approach. But the major news always gets their facts wrong, and then only later they retract on their stories. Just like, this whole hype about the the terror alerts, hyped up for political purposes. Tom Bridge is now writing his memoirs about that, and he's up to profit from this whole thing. Regardless, he should have resigned. That's what he should have done. There are several other things that you should pay close attention to, and that is the focus simply on healthcare. here in America. There are much larger economic issues at hand, and everybody's going to tell you, oh look, hey, the stock market is surging again, while unemployment is rising. Okay, we're essentially right now in a deflationary spiral, and nobody really knows what to do, the way out. On the one hand, if you want to bring up consumer spending, well, then you'll have to dish out more credit cards and give credit to the consumers. On the other hand, reasonable people know that that's not a sustainable option. But who benefits every time? Wall Street. That's who benefits. So now we have laws in place which have no problem with raising interest rates for ordinary consumers and penalties for late credit card payments and so on. While the banks who are getting our TARP money are just basically having a ball. They don't have a problem with credit. They get it from the Fed. The Fed is printing out money as long as they need it. And once the Fed gets audited, as some people suggest that that should be happening, well, you know what they're going to do? The Fed is simply going to move the money to the stock market, so it will be completely undetectable while any kind of investigation is going on. And once it's concluded, then all the money moves back. You see? It's all a big game. I suggest that all of you view, if you have never seen this movie, a movie called Wall Street. It stars, I think it was Michael Douglas, and who plays the villain, and the perpetual greedy monster, and his protege. I think that was played by, let's see, Sheen, not Martin Sheen, his son. Anyway, Martin Sheen plays a role in it as well. It's a perfect picture of our society, because the corruption goes to the very core of everything, including down to little people who try to do some good, and then we succumb to bigger promises. Always. Our society right now is so fucked. I have no words for it, It's so screwed up. I don't know how to repair it. I have no answer for it. I mean, it would take generations to repair this kind of mindset. And hopefully, the planet will be around long enough for things to get repaired. But I'm not so sure. So, thanks for listening. And don't think that satire will solve all problems. Sometimes it doesn't. Good night.